From news that's weird to topics so sweet, we're here together. Let's take a seat. Stories, games, and all that's new. It's all in the mix on Staying in Tune. Woohoo!
Welcome back to Staying in Tune. My name's Eli. Brandon's over here as well.
What's up, guys?
We're back. We missed a week. That's on me. I've been busy, but we here right now.
That's all right, dude. We're here. That's what matters.
Yeah. I'm going to let you know, based on me not hearing the intro and guessing, but I'm able to see the sound waves, I think I just did worse than you did last time. I'm guessing.
I hope you did.
Yeah. Once again, we're not recording where we have been recently, so we don't have the headphones in. So, we just guessed the intro straight up, which makes it a fun little game for us for starting the podcast.
It's very fun.
Yeah.
It's going to sound like a jumbled mess at the beginning. I love it.
Yeah, it's all right.
So last episode, we had a kind of heated debate.
Was that in the episode or was that after?
That was in the episode, and then it continued after the episode.
Okay.
So hot versus cold apple cider.
Yes.
You were saying it's cold. I was saying it's hot.
Cold.
So I went to the TikTok and the Instagram and the YouTube and the Facebook. Mm-hmm. And I posted our dilemma.
Yes.
Do you want to guess how many responses I got in total across all of those platforms?
If I was going to go based off of normal responses from us, I would probably guess 10 or fewer. However, you emphasized beforehand, before we started recording, that there's a lot of feedback.
I did.
Abnormally, disproportionately large amount of feedback.
Yes.
I don't know how disproportionately large we're talking still. So I'm going to go 20 pieces of feedback.
20. So, and I'll specify that I put up a poll. So it's just answer hot or cold.
Right.
Right. We did get some comments, but most of what I'm about to say is just coming from the yes or no poll.
Okay.
Right. Or hot or cold poll.
Okay.
We have in total across all the platforms 138 responses.
Holy crap. That's really good for us. That's awesome.
Yeah. So
that's sick.
And so this information is actually very insightful to me because I did not realize how much of a debate hot versus cold apple cider was.
Either did I. I thought this was just kind of a little niche thing that I unlocked from myself.
Well, and see, in my mind, I didn't think that cold apple cider was even a thing.
Right.
I just thought hot was the only way.
Really?
Right.
Wow. Okay.
It wasn't a choice I was making. It was just I never even tried it cold or whatever,
Okay, valid.
So, and I will say right now, I did try it cold.
How is it?
Wasn't too bad. I would still prefer it hot, but
it's really good cold.
If you put it cold in front of me, I would drink it too. Okay. And since we recorded, I also had a slushy version. So
they're so good.
I've been so serious on this since this happened.
The slushy version's so good, isn't it?
It was good.
It's better than both the other alternatives.
That was good.
It's insane.
So, out of those 138 people, do you think hot or cold won?
I'm going to back the boy. I'm going to go cold.
You think cold won?
Yeah, I'm going to back myself. People said cold.
So, this is really tight, actually.
Ooh.
Out of 138, we had 56% on one end of the spectrum and 44% on the other end of the spectrum.
They voted cold.
Right? And so, yes, cold got 78 and hot got 60.
That's close,
Yeah.
18-point difference. That's really good.
So, and I was watching it hour by hour as this went up.
Oh, really?
And they kept fluctuating. One was higher and then the other one was higher.
It's kind of exciting,
And so I've been into this. I was excited to record this episode to talk about this.
Nice.
And then some of the people did leave more extensive feedback talking about how they make mixed drinks and stuff out of it. And they like it hot when it's like that, but otherwise they drink it cold and
fair.
These different things.
Fair.
So yeah. That was the apple cider discussion.
Dude, I'm so happy about that, by the way. That's actually, you know what? What'd you say, 68% or 64?
It was 56% to 44%.
Oh, 56. That's where I got the 6 and the 4 from.
Yeah,
all right, cool.
So
that's tight,
pretty close.
Dude.
I mean, out of 138, that's a really close margin, really.
I will take that thoroughly.
Yeah, you got it, though.
I will take that thoroughly. My current students discovered my podcast through that video.
Yeah, they did.
I haven't actually addressed them yet. So if you're listening to this, any current students, I don't think they are. I don't think they got far enough into it to see the podcast. I think they just saw the video.
They're on the short form.
Yeah, I think they saw the short form and interacted with that and was like, what? That's crazy.
Yeah.
So I don't think they made it here. But if you did make it here and you are listening to this, I appreciate you immensely for respecting the amount of things that we had going on that week when you noticed it and putting it off to the side when I requested you to do so we could focus on the classwork for the time being.
Nice.
But I will pull them between the two things this week and give you a my class response. So out of 66 fools that I deal with on a daily, what that ratio is to, just so we get that up to like almost 200 pieces of input. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. I like that idea.
Yeah, that was, yeah. I'm going to let you know, though, I've been drinking hot apple cider since then.
Really? Oh,
yes.
I'm so happy right now. This is great.
I wanted to balance my palate.
Yeah.
Which also that poll makes me realize I should balance my palate.
Yeah.
Not always drink cold apple cider. And I will say, a warm apple cider in the morning is nice.
I can see that.
And a hot apple cider, like I just put in the mug, microwaved it.
Yeah.
That's what I did. Is better than the mixed powder in the hot water. Because that's what I've been doing for hot apple cider forever.
Oh, mixed powder. I haven't even touched that.
No, apple cider powder, like hot cocoa powder and stuff. They do it for hot apple cider.
I didn't even know that existed either.
I've been doing that. And that I did that because it's the only way I'll drink tea. Is make hot apple cider with tea in it, and I did that a while ago, so I had a lot of leftover hot apple cider powder. It's been kind of taking me for like the last 2 years.
Okay.
Had a lot of excess. But it is better than that. But the hot apple cider powder, I also compared those two, is good.
Okay.
It's a nice cheap alternative if you want hot apple cider, just like whenever.
Yeah.
It is a good alternative. But
that's good to know.
Yeah.
You can just get that like anywhere. I've never seen this.
I got it at Walmart, I think, is where I bought it.
Never seen that before.
Like, it exists. There's like 2 brands that make it, and that's it.
That's probably good for like, because I'm guessing you can probably get that like out of season times, because
right. And
like, I don't typically see actual hot or like apple cider during like April.
Yeah.
You know,
that is the other thing, by the way, on the apple cider topic. Hot apple cider with tea bags in it. Like put a tea bag, let it marinate for a little bit, is very good.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It's the only way I'll drink tea. Like, I can't drink straight tea. It's disgusting. I hate the aftertaste. But the apple cider masks the tea, and it gets enough caffeine for me when I'm trying to do low caffeine things, and it feels nice. It's just good. It's very good. So that's a fun little thing.
Yeah, I'm so happy that we both tried the other side without discussing that we were going to do it.
Right.
That's
How would
awesome.
you rank? You've tried apple cider slush now. How would you rank that? Like, in relation to the other two?
Yeah. This is hard.
Because for me, it's literally better than both by a significant margin.
They seem like such different things to me. That's why I have a hard time like comparing them.
Right.
I think I would put the slush at the top.
Yeah.
Just because in general, I like a colder drink over a hot drink.
Yeah.
And that's like not even relating to this specifically, but just
Same.
Across the board with drinks.
Same.
And with that, like I like smoothies, slushies, shakes, like that kind of area. So I would put that at the top.
Valid.
And then hot apple cider would be in the middle, and then just straight cold apple cider at the bottom.
Did you go like to an orchard or something that they had it on like the tap thing? You could just pull it and put your own in a cup? Or?
We got it at Pumpkin Patch.
Yeah.
We were talking about. So we went there, and they had a food truck that had it. So I don't know
that's pretty tight.
I don't know the source of it because it was like given to us in a cup through the window. I didn't see where it came from, but it was good.
I had one literally the other weekend, and because I went to an orchard I get jelly and jam from orchards, and it takes me the whole year. I don't like buying store-bought jam.
Yeah.
I really like orchard sourced jam because it's just so much better.
Definitely.
And I went there and I got a slushie, and there just because I was like, I need to, and it was bussin', dude. It was so good. So good.
Speaking of the pumpkin patch thing, I don't remember if we were talking about the pumpkin patch. I think we did on the last episode.
I think we did too. I have vague memory of it.
So we did that the following weekend, and
okay.
Honestly, the slushie was kind of the highlight of that day, so that was cool. And then I did another thing that I've never done before the following weekend.
Okay.
We went to an apple orchard.
Yeah.
Which I've never... Well, okay, I've been to an apple orchard many times.
Right.
Like the one in Baraboo, of course. But I've never actually like done apple picking.
Oh.
And so we picked a bunch of apples, and we're already like halfway through, but you can see the big basket of apples over here on the side.
Holy baloney, yeah.
And we got just like a whole bunch of different kinds. And That was cool. That was a fun time.
Dude, picking apples, I haven't done in a long time, but it is like a surprisingly fun thing to do.
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to like it, but it was actually a good time.
Yeah, it's surprisingly fun.
Yeah.
It's weird, oddly fun.
And then, I'm grabbing them off the tree and trying them as I'm going. I don't know if I'm supposed to do that or not.
Not really, but like, who's stopping you?
I saw everybody else doing it.
Yeah,
so.
you want to know what you're picking, right? Like,
Yeah.
you're walking down there's probably like 50 different types of apple trees sitting there, dude.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know. So
we found one down here in Madison that reminded me a lot of Sky High and Baraboo, but obviously it wasn't.
Nice. No, dude, orchards are great, dude. I like just bouncing from orchard to orchard in the fall. Just going from one place to another, just picking up a little amount of things from each place. It's just fun. I don't know why, but
yeah, that's a good fall activity.
Right? It's something I didn't know that I liked until last year when I stopped at some in Door County.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I got home. I saw my parents. I was like, I understand why you guys like orchards now.
Yeah.
Like, just out of nowhere. I was like, as an adult, I really like apple orchards all of a sudden. And they're like, okay, sure.
That's good.
I've been doing it since, so it's a good time. Let's switch topics. Keep it on the fall stuff, but let's switch a little bit. Let's do a draft.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much Halloween. We're recording this on the 30th, so it's Halloween, essentially. Let's do Halloween draft.
Yeah.
Anything Halloween goes.
I'm good with that.
All right. Oh, good news with the draft. I didn't technically lose this last draft.
No, you tied.
I tied it. That's good for me.
And we'll say, so technically, if you look on Spotify, and if you really dive into it, you won the Spotify vote, because I did vote for myself.
Oh, so I won the draft.
But, keep in mind, Mackenzie did vote for me on the podcast.
Oh,
so
did she?
I did have one for Mackenzie also. So it really is 2 versus 2.
All right, it's a tie. It's a tie.
But that's one step forward from losing. So.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it. The one where I didn't stress over it is the one where I did the best.
Yeah.
Ratio-wise. So let's keep that up. I have to start still because I am the most recent loser.
Yep.
For my first pick for the Halloween draft, I'm going to go with haunted houses.
No way, dude. That was going to be my first pick.
Yup. It's
All
the
right.
best. It is the best part of Halloween. It's been the best part of Halloween for me since I was probably freshman in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So since I was like 14, it's been the best thing for me in Halloween. So yeah.
No, that's like a staple.
Has
It
to be.
My favorite thing is making them. I think I talked about it like last Halloween on the podcast. Like,
yeah, you talked.
We built
about
an elaborate like little haunted house thing, and I want to do it again. That just came up in my Snapchat memories like a week or two ago, and I was like, dude, I want to do that again.
Yeah,
I gotta figure out a way of making that happen.
It's super sick. Like I would love to do that, dude. That'd be so fun. Anyway, first pick is haunted house.
Haunted house. All right. Well, I'm going to have to take the other thing that I thought would be a staple of Halloween. I'm going to take trick-or-treating.
Trick-or-treating.
Mm-hmm.
It is a staple. I think that's more iconic overall than haunted houses. But, like, which one would you rather do for the majority of your life?
I think it depends on what age you're asked that question.
That's what I mean. But, like, anybody, like, I don't know, 7th grade and above would really enjoy a haunted house. I think more so than trick-or-treating. Yeah. Right? And once you get to, like, I don't know, like freshman in high school, you're kind of done trick-or-treating. Yeah. And then you keep enjoying haunted houses.
They got to combine them. You got to go, like, once you're past middle school age, in order to get your candy, you have to make it through the haunted house.
At haunted houses, you have to stop and beat challenges to get candy.
Yes.
And then leave the house. And if you get X amount of points on the challenges through the house, at the end, you get some, like, light reward.
This is way
like
better.
some
like
prize.
We're doing it.
Yeah, we're doing that. New business idea. I'm done teaching now. I'm going to run a haunted house and only work 2 months out of the year. That's it. Be done.
All right.
Be done working middle of November. Light work.
Yeah, trick-or-treating is a staple.
Fair. You have the right to veto this next pick.
I do.
Based on what you just said.
All right.
However, my second pick for Halloween is the phrase "trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat. If you don't, I don't care. I'll pull down my underwear, or I'll make you smell my underwear." Whatever one the phrase is. But that also has to do trick or treating.
Okay.
So you're allowed to veto it. Like that can be embedded in your pick.
Why not? I think we'll allow it.
We're gonna allow that phrase.
I think that's fine.
Trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat. If you don't, I don't care.
I'll pull down your underwear.
I'll pull down your underwear. I went to somebody's house once, and they were like, "All right, bet."
No,
I'm actually dead serious. They didn't say it like that because it was back in the day, right?
Yeah.
But they were like, it was crazy, bro. I don't even remember. But because they made me say the phrase. It was really weird. And my sister was there. And they made me say the phrase. It was just a couple that was there. They made me say the phrase. And they're like, would you really pull down my underwear? And I looked really confused and like startled at them.
I
was like,
yikes.
No. Like, it was, I don't know, dude. It's something like that. I have a memory of that happening somewhere in my brain. It's crazy, bro.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. I'll take that.
So, yeah, I think that's fine. It's something you're saying. I guess it's not the full activities.
A little bit more niche, right?
Yeah, that's fine. My number 2 pick. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. That's gonna be a good pick. Costumes.
Yeah, that's a good one.
We're taking costumes.
You know something crazy?
What's that?
It's not on my list.
No way, dude.
It's nowhere on my list.
That's wild.
But costumes are sick. That's honestly like, as an adult, haunted houses and being able to dress up.
Yeah.
I don't dress up for Halloween often, but like if I have motivation to, I ball out. Like I do really good. Like, I did Fat Thor a couple years ago.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, dude, it popped off. I had the whole costume, fat belly.
Do you have any pictures of that?
I still have the costume actually.
Oh, that'd be even better if I
somewhere.
can just see it in person.
I should have brought it with me today. I'm not gonna lie.
That's wild.
You know what? Next time we record, I'll try to get the Fat Thor costume.
Okay.
And then we can do a video.
Oh, we have to.
Of me in the Fat Thor costume. It's sick.
Yeah.
As long I think
excited.
I still have the wig and the beard because I went all out. It was dope.
Nice. I feel like costumes, like for me, I always have liked the idea of it, but I never committed to actually like go out on one.
Yeah.
And at some point I need to make that happen. Like, what is today? It's the 30th. So I have not even put a single thought into a costume for this year. So that's not happening.
I'm not doing it this year either. Like if I had to, if somebody's like, hey, we're doing like whatever, I'll be like, all right, and I'd rock up as Fat Thor because that's what I have on hand. So you picked costumes. My third pick is gonna be post-Halloween candy sales at stores.
Ooh, okay.
So buying cheap candy in bulk.
Yeah.
That is my third pick.
Discounted candy. That stuff goes crazy.
As a teacher, the incentive of candy, I don't use it a lot. I don't use incentives a lot. Usually students do great for me just doing things because I need to do things. But like when I give out candy, I like to stock up for cheap, and post-Halloween candy sales go hard. So
I like it. I like your draft picks all the time because you always kind of go like a little out of the box with them, but they're still like there.
I try to. The trick or treat smell my feet one is really out there.
It's good. That's a good pick.
One of those things that like it's childhood core memory for me.
Yeah,
so
for sure. So number 3 for me. Okay, you're not gonna let that one count. I'm gonna take scary stories.
Oh no! I thought that was gonna go without being told. Oh, I thought that was a lock on not being told.
We're taking scary stories.
Valid.
Telling them, hearing them, sitting around.
Oh, that's a good one.
Sitting in the dark with the flashlight underneath the chin.
That's a real good one. That might win you the draft. That is what I was gonna pick because I didn't think you were gonna go down that route.
Yeah, scary stories. I think I should have put it a little higher, honestly. But
I shouldn't have picked my 2 last picks since you never thought of them. The trick or treat smell my feet one I just did because you picked trick or treating. That's all. But dang, dude, that's tough. All right. For my 4th pick, I'm gonna go with Halloween music.
Ooh.
I'm thinking like specifically like Thriller by Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
But like also there's good ones, right? Like there's fun ones that pop up. I actually prefer Halloween music to Christmas music.
Okay.
For the most part. Not all Christmas songs, but like as an overall overarching theme, I prefer Halloween music.
I'm guessing you're pretty into the Nightmare Before Christmas soundtrack.
Love the Nightmare Before Christmas soundtrack. You know that.
Yeah.
I have the vinyl of the Nightmare Before Christmas soundtrack. I love it, dude.
So.
Especially the Oogie Boogie song.
Mhm.
I'm the boogeyman. Whoa, 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 whoa. Such a good song.
Such a good song. I didn't have Halloween music on my list, but this just helped me decide off from my list what my next pick is going to be, and that's going to be Halloween movies.
That should have been on my list, but it wasn't. Dang. There's more things that are just like generally Halloween related than I thought. That's sick.
So, yeah,
what a good pick.
We're taking movies. There's so many of them.
Wow. Yeah, you can't even list them.
Some of them are genuinely scary. Some of them are just funny. Some of them are everywhere in between.
Yeah.
But for me, instantly comes to mind is Nightmare Before Christmas, too.
Nightmare Before Christmas, Addams Family. I know it's a lot of show-based stuff, but still.
Yep.
Frankenweenie. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
That's a great movie. I love that movie.
That's Tim Burton, too, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Mm-hmm. I like all of Tim Burton stuff, but those are like my favorite 3 things for Halloween, like show and movie stuff. All right, my last pick. This is tough, actually. I like my last 4 options on my list, but I'm going to go with one of them specifically, and that's going to be model Halloween towns.
Ooh.
Like, like when you buy like the scale models of like buildings and stuff. There's a lot of Christmas villages that exist.
Yeah.
But they do that stuff for Halloween. And my dad, when I was a kid, made one. He deems it a spooky town. And I watched him weld and plasma cut the backdrop for it and stuff. And it's a little thing. It's like maybe 3 foot by 3 foot, 2.5 by 2.5 foot. So it's not overly large. And it's been the same since I was probably like 9 or 10.
Yeah.
But it's so cool. Every Halloween sets it up. And it's just this big thing. It has a little like spooky carousel that has a little music.
Nice.
When you turn it on and it makes a little sound and there's another guy that talks. It's fun.
I didn't realize that was like a thing. I thought that was just like the Christmas village type deal.
Yeah, it's really cool though. I want to make one as an adult. I started contemplating this month. I want to make one that's like Nightmare Before Christmas / Ski Hill vibe.
Yeah.
So then I can set it up in Halloween, like beginning of October, and keep it up through like January.
That would be cool. That's
right?
Nice.
And then that's like a quarter of the year where I have this really cool thing that's relevant the whole time. So
yeah,
that's a goal of mine.
I was planning on starting like a Christmas village thing and just like getting one thing to add to it every single year. And like let it grow as the years go by.
Yeah. See, like that's cool stuff.
I kind of want to do the Halloween thing now. I wish I knew about this sooner.
Yeah, dude, it's sick.
Yeah.
The problem with the villages, they're so expensive.
Oh yeah.
Those model pieces are so expensive. So it's something that you have to grow over time. It's not something that's like just a quick like, hey, I want to do this.
Yeah.
And let me buy the parts to it. Like that just don't happen like that. We ain't built like that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, with the Christmas one specifically, like I want the train going around it.
Yeah. Oh, like the whole model train and everything? That'd be fire.
Is there a Halloween train, I wonder?
Oh, I guarantee you could find one somewhere.
Yeah.
I bet you could.
All right. I got to look into this Halloween stuff. That's crazy.
Yeah, dude, it's awesome.
So I got to make a number 5 pick here.
Yeah.
I have a lot of things to choose from, actually. I came up with quite a few. I'm between 2. I'm going to take yard decorations.
Yeah.
So just you're driving through the neighborhood, walking through the neighborhood, you see all the different people. Like some people go all out.
Yeah.
They got like the whole house is haunted.
Yeah.
And they don't necessarily like have a haunted house to walk through or whatever, but it's a display. I like that.
Those are sick. There's some good ones.
The ones that got the smoke machine going in the front of their house too, like they go off.
That's fire. I will say, what's your opinion on inflatable outdoor decorations?
I think they look really cheap.
Okay.
And just I don't know.
I think they're dumb.
Yeah, I think the same thing about those laser lights that people put up for Christmas.
Oh my god, they're so stupid.
Just like the dots everywhere.
Yeah, or the snowflakes on the side of the house. Yeah, I hate those so much.
They're so
tacky,
low effort.
Yeah, it's so tacky. It's like they're trying to be extravagant.
Yeah,
while doing the minimum amount of work. And the inflatable things, I swear they don't last long. And then the wind blows and they look like crap. They don't even look good when it's not windy.
Dude, I've had this idea though since last year when we moved in here.
Okay.
I want to get one of the like full size, the giant inflatable Santas,
Yeah.
and put it out on the balcony right here, just sticking out over the railing, just
That's
like
so obnoxious.
sideways.
That's so obnoxious. That's awful.
And because that's me making fun of the inflatables.
That's awful. I should get an inflatable Christmas tree instead of even a fake one.
Yeah,
That's like giving up altogether.
Which
is honestly like I haven't decorated at all for Halloween.
Yeah.
I don't plan on decorating for Christmas really.
Yeah.
Not because I don't want to, just because I don't have the means to buy the stuff for it right now.
That kind of stuff they charge so much for no reason at all.
I know, and for me it's not worth it. So
yeah, good time to get that stuff is right after when it's all on 75% off.
Exactly.
You just save it for next year.
Exactly.
Just along with the Halloween candy.
Inflatable Christmas tree is hilarious though. I actually should do that.
That's
not
funny.
even a big one, just like a tiny one, like Charlie Brown size, but a normal tree.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh, that'd be so disgusting. I love it.
So we both got our lists made here.
Yeah, I'll quickly recap mine.
Yeah, go for it.
I went. What did I do in order? Haunted houses, the quote unquote jingle, trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat, yada yada yada. And then I went post candy sales, so post Halloween candy sales. Thriller by Michael Jackson, but really just overall Halloween music, and then model Halloween towns. That was my 5.
Okay, all right. I got trick or treating, costumes, scary stories, Halloween movies, and yard decorations.
Yeah, I think you're winning this draft. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, thanks. That's so nice of you.
That's a people pleaser draft. But it's a good draft. I'm not saying that you're like.
I wasn't trying to please anybody.
No, you're not.
That's
it's a really solid, robust draft. Mine's just too niche, the whole thing, top to bottom. Besides haunted houses.
Yeah, I was scared when you started out though. I was going to take haunted house.
Yeah,
that would have been on my list in place of probably the yard decorations.
Valid.
Because it's kind of like the same thing. But
it's been a while since I said this, but I fully drafted for me on this one.
That's
fully.
Good.
Usually
That's
I do, but like I really drafted for me on this one. Not really thinking about it.
Not drafting else. For the people.
No. Switching topics off this, actually totally different. And you don't follow sports really, but this is hilarious, and you'll find a lot of appreciation for it.
All right.
So an extremely good basketball player recently got a statue.
Okay.
Literally the other week.
Mm-hmm.
Dwane Wade.
Okay, I've heard the name.
You've heard the name. He's a very famous basketball player. He retired in the last few years.
Okay.
Played with LeBron, played against Kobe, like really great career. Won, I think, 3 rings. He played with Shaq, whole bunch of stuff. The Miami Heat, he played for the Miami Heat, and he just got a statue in his honor.
Okay.
It's deemed one of the ugliest statues next to the Ronaldo statue.
Okay.
Have you seen the Ronaldo one?
I'm pretty sure I've seen that.
It's ugly, dude. Like, that's bad. This is rough. Here's a side-by-side face comparison of the 2 statues for you.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
What is that?
I know. They unveiled it with him there, and he was going to do a speech when they unveiled it, and he turned around and looked at it. He's like,
oh.
He was like, who is this guy? Like, he actually said that in the press conference.
If you're listening right now, you need to look up the statue so you can appreciate.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, look up a side-by-side of Dwane Wade and his statue. Because it is, like, even if you're not a sports fan, it's an abomination, dude.
Oh my gosh.
Based on what I've seen, it's second worst to Ronaldo's statue, which is a horror movie-esque statue. It's bad.
That's a yikes. That's a yikes.
Yeah. Then they started, the internet took over and started photoshopping that statue on iconic Dwane Wade pictures from like live sports moments in basketball. And they are ugly. Like, I don't have them on hand, but they just started photoshopping the statue face on his actual.
Yeah, I can see people having fun with that.
It was awesome.
Great. That's great.
There was a really famous one of him throwing a lob to LeBron on a fast break. And it's just tragic. I might try to find it, actually.
Okay.
LeBron fast break. Let's see here. Do I got it or do I not? I can't find it. That's rough. Oh well. That image is just going to live in my memory for the rest of time.
Yeah, that's scary, dude. That's like something you'd see in your nightmares.
Like, I never wanted a statue anyway, but that makes me never, ever, ever want a statue. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need a statue for nothing.
Why don't they put those the wax statues out instead? Those are like complete lookalikes. Those
wax museums are kind of cool, you know. I low-key want to go to one, but then afterwards I'd be like, yep, that was all right.
Yeah.
I always like the idea. Not because it's like makes me feel like I'm meeting somebody, because I feel like that's why a lot of people go to them.
Mm-hmm.
But like, more so, that's a lot of wax. It's been meticulously carved.
Yeah.
If like in my mind, it feels like going to like an ice sculpture thing. Right. You see ice sculptures and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a wax museum like that, it to me is almost as impressive as an ice sculpture for whatever reason.
I don't get ice sculpting. Doesn't it melt?
Yeah.
So like you put all this hard work into it and then it's just
gone.
A puddle.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that, dude.
Does that mean you're a waterbender?
Oh, I think it does.
I think it does, dude.
I think
Are
it
they
does.
Avatar? No, that's Airbender. But like, is that real life?
It's along the same lines, though.
It's real life.
You're one of the element benders.
Yeah, the benders are real. That's crazy. That sentence is crazy.
Make like firefighters? They must be the firebenders.
Yes.
What do we got for air? Pilots.
I was just gonna say pilots.
That leaves
skydivers. Yeah.
Skydivers. So that leaves the Earth.
Flying squirrels.
That leaves the Earth, and I think you got construction people, excavators, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Speaking of construction people and excavators, they're like we talked about it before this. The fact that they just put in a parking lot.
Oh yeah, they're moving
day outside your apartment is crazy.
Yeah.
By the way,
not only put one in, they tore out the old one completely, all the way down to the dirt, and repaved the entire thing.
Those are earthbenders.
They've been out there all day. Also, it looks like it's raining now, so yeah.
Oh yeah, it's been raining, but that's earthbending right there. Construction workers are earthbenders. You tear it out and put a new one in a day is wild.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to them. They'll never hear this, but shout out to them.
So I wanted to go back to the Halloween discussion just a little bit.
Yeah, let's talk it.
Do you have any memories like over the years that stand out from Halloween?
Not particularly. Like a lot of things. Like my dad made a wood chainsaw for me when I was a little kid. And I was gonna be the candy cutter. So I wanted to be a lumberjack because my dad used to chop wood in our neighbor's yard, and we'd use it to heat the house for the winter. Like that's how I grew up. We didn't use gas or anything or electricity to heat the house. We used wood. Old school vibes. So I wanted to be a lumberjack. Like not that my dad's a lumberjack, but like he had to do it. So I wanted to be a lumberjack because I just got done helping my dad with that. So he made me a wood saw, and I actually still have it. I used to store stuff in it, and now it's sitting in storage. It's not very fancy, but like, that's a core memory in my mind. Haunted houses as a tween and teen, big deal for me.
Yep.
I like trick-or-treating. I remember there was one year that there was snow on Halloween on the ground, and that was one of my favorite things.
That was your favorite thing?
Yeah, dude, I loved that, dude.
Why?
I don't know. But the idea of there being snow on the ground during Halloween was so not present in my idea of what could be possible.
Okay.
That it was just like groundbreaking. I was like,
I see where you're coming from.
So cool. It's like Wonderland of Halloween.
Yeah.
It was weird, but not a whole lot. Like it was good. I enjoy Halloween.
Yeah.
What do you got?
I don't know. I really enjoyed trick or treating too. My favorite moment, of course, is you get home, you're all done, and you pour out all the candy, and you're like, all right, what do we got?
Yeah.
And you take inventory of everything.
Yeah.
And then, Dad's got to take the dad tax.
Really? Yeah.
Take out the few he's just, checking them.
That was real
quote
for
unquote.
you?
Oh, yeah, I had the dad tax.
My parents never did that, but they also never let us get a lot of candy. They were very conservative with the amount of houses that we stopped at. And I think it's because of my sister.
Okay.
Because she would gorge it without anybody looking. I've never liked candy that much.
Yeah.
I like it in like super moderation.
Yeah.
So I never really cared, so I never really thought about it. but my sister would gorge on that stuff. So I think that's why we never stopped a lot.
Yeah.
Thus, there wasn't parent tax for it.
That's probably smart. I went to every house that I could.
Which I respect. I was jealous of those kids, by the way. Because
was-
every year we'd go back to school, everybody would be like, oh, I got this much candy, like this is what we did. And I live in town.
Yeah.
So I didn't even trick-or-treat in Baraboo. Like, I trick-or-treated in a different town.
Yeah.
It was a smaller town. Not much smaller, but a smaller town. And so like I didn't know anybody there. It was just my family. So like I'm not going out and about with friends or whatever. It's just my family.
Right.
So it's just a different experience. So I'd always be like, you guys suck. You suck.
Oh, yeah. So trick-or-treating was nice. The other thing that comes to mind for me, too, is the Halloween parties at karate.
Oh.
Those were a good time for me.
I forgot
growing
about
up.
those.
So at a younger age, going to them and attending, got the giant candy throw thing at the end.
Yeah.
Such a good time for people listening that have no idea what I'm talking about. They throw candy down the entire length of the building and put all the kids sitting around it and just say, go.
Yeah.
And they just all go at the candy.
Yeah.
It's like a free-for-all. That's a good time. And do games and stuff, dress up in a costume, and there's food. And then older helping out with that party, just watching that same excitement in the kids is really cool too.
I never did that as a kid, but I did help out as a teen.
Yep.
I dressed up as a freaking vacuum cleaner, dude. That was crazy. I forgot about that.
I don't know if I was there for that one or not. I don't remember.
No,
the
you
first time as
were.
a vacuum.
You were.
I was there.
I know you were there. I dressed up as a freaking vacuum cleaner, and I made the stupid outfit out of a white t-shirt, cardboard, and duct tape. It was the most ghetto vacuum cleaner outfit of all time, and I can't even remember why I did it.
It
might have been a bet with my dad to do it, but I can't remember why I did it. It just hit me. I got super into it, and I used like 3 rolls of duct tape on this crap. Oh, dude, that was an ugly costume. That was real ugly.
That's crazy.
That was the epitome of homemade, just $10 costume, dude. Without any parent help. Because usually, like, you make a homemade costume, like, somebody helps. Right? Like, no parent help. They were like, good luck.
Yeah.
I must have made them upset about something. And they were like, you know what? I'm not helping. That actually probably was what it was.
I always love seeing all the, like, homemade costumes. They have, like, the people where it looks like a guy carrying the kid. And it's just like, it's actually just the kid, like, wearing the costume.
Yeah, I love those.
They have, like, actual, like, mass-produced ones of those you can buy now. But back in the day, you had to make that kind of thing yourself.
Yeah.
Have the fake, like, arms or legs or whatever that you needed to be sticking out of it.
Yeah.
Those are cool. I always like seeing that.
Yeah. Halloween's a good time, dude. I wish that schools didn't... A lot of schools don't allow students to dress up for Halloween. And it's a big deal this year in our school. Like, I've gotten 3 emails in the last week being like, students are not allowed to dress up, staff are not allowed to dress up for Halloween. Which is like, it feels... I get it, but like, it comes a point where like, I don't know, dude. If they
can see a lot of
celebrate
reasons,
it, they
but...
should be allowed to dress up. In my opinion. Also, it's fun. Like, more so than like Christmas, in my opinion, because like Christmas is like you can't play the music, you can't decorate.
Yeah.
Now you're prohibiting a kid who has a lot of like imagination and pride in whatever costume that they chose or made or whatever, right? And then you're like, yeah, you're not allowed to show that to your peers.
Yeah.
You have to figure that out outside of school. Whereas, like, when we were in elementary school, I don't know if your school did it, but my school, we had, like, Halloween, like, we dressed up and had, like, little mini parade.
Oh, yeah.
And that wasn't even that long ago. And we just had a little mini parade around the school where everybody got to see everybody's costume.
Yeah.
And if you didn't dress up, it was whatever. Like, nobody really cared.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, the fact that they don't even, like, I don't know, it's weird. And I know it's, like, an elementary thing, but even, like, middle school level, it's, like, there's a lot of students that dress up.
Oh, yeah.
And have a really good time on Halloween and just have fun.
Yep.
So it's like, why are you not allowing them to, like...
I can see why they wouldn't do it. But
I do understand.
They still should.
I understand why they don't.
Yeah.
However, like, you're serving the majority at that point.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like, serve the majority. I don't know. I'm criticizing my own school district. It's very loose. Like, it's a very generic criticism. So I'm fine doing it, but still.
I'm sure there's a lot of districts that have adopted that.
Oh, the majority.
So,
The majority of public
You're not
districts do
even.
that. That's why but I'm saying it as a majority.
yeah.
Like, from my observation in a district, the majority I know do it. So, on the topic of school, I'm not going to try to talk. I don't try to talk about it very much, and I don't, especially on the podcast. But this morning, I walked into the school, and some students had gotten into my room yesterday evening
Oh, no.
after an art club.
Okay.
They convinced the janitor to let them into the room
No way, dude. What are
'Cause
they
they-
bribing this janitor
because they
with?
needed to turn in an assignment. They got into my room last night, and they didn't do anything bad. They're very responsible with it.
Yeah.
They did. And then took my dry erase markers and drew all over my desks. My desks are dry erase desks, by the way.
Oh,
They're all
that's-
dry erase desks,
That's so cool.
which is awesome for math. It's
Dude,
incredible.
I got yelled at for drawing on the desk before. I needed that desk.
Dude, it was so awesome. Like, but they drew every desk. They wrote trust, because I say it all the time in class. Or like bet, trust, or bro, trust. Like, all things that I say through as a teacher every single day. And then on my whiteboard, they drew on like a quarter, half of it. Just like, Bert is a bomb, because I call people bums all the time. I probably shouldn't, but I do.
Yeah.
Like, Bert is a bomb, and they started like doing little doodles on the board and like, get pranked, all this other stuff. It was really funny. And then I walked in this morning, I looked at it, I was like, oh my gosh. And then apparently the janitor was like talking to one of the other special ed staff yesterday evening, because they were still there, and was like really nervous that I was going to be upset about it. And they're like, he's not going to be mad. Like, it's fine. I'm
Yeah.
sure he calls them bums all the time, which I do. So, like, again, probably shouldn't do it as much as I do, but like, I'll work on it.
Yeah.
It's a force. It's just a habit thing for me.
Yeah.
But I wasn't upset.
Yeah.
It was really funny. And then they came in the morning before school started, and were like, do you like it? Do you like it? I was like, it's hilarious, guys. Oh, they also hung a couple paper bats from the ceiling, which I
Nice.
kept up there, because that's not Halloween. That's just bats. So
Yeah.
nobody's complained about it yet. Everybody thinks it's cool.
Yeah, that's actually that's not a bad thing. They didn't do anything. It's like,
Nothing there was bad. And one of them, to be
Devious.
fair to them, did turn in an assignment.
there you go. Good.
So they didn't fully lie. They turned in an assignment and some extra. It was 5 of them, too.
Oh, really?
And only one of them I teach 3 out of the 5 of them.
Mm.
But, like, I don't even teach 2 of them. They just came in there and did it, which I thought was hilarious.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It was a good time.
They're
I
just
enjoyed it.
along for the fun.
They're like, we're going to do this again next week. I was like, we'll see. Watch me stay after school. Just to, like, sit in there for them to try to get in there and be like, hi, guys.
That would be great.
Scare the
Door
crap out of
locked
them.
and dark in there and everything. You're just sitting in the corner.
That's kind of creepy. I don't need to be around for those stories the next day.
Yeah, that's true.
But still, it's funny.
That would be rough.
Thought I had to share it.
No, that's a cool story.
Right? That was a good one.
I wish that like Halloween like time frame was similar to like Christmas.
What do you mean?
So what I mean is this Saturday,
Yeah.
people are going to start decorating for Christmas.
Oh my God, I hate it.
All
Yep.
the way until the middle of January to the end of January.
Yep.
I feel like it's weird to do Halloween specific decorating outside the week of Halloween. Like you have fall themed stuff,
Oh, really?
but like Halloween specifically, I feel like it just doesn't have as big of a span, and I wish that it did. And maybe that's just the way that I'm seeing it, but
I see Halloween as the whole month of October.
okay.
Once October is over, you have about a week
Yeah.
to wrap it up. Now, Christmas, I hate the fact that people decorate in November. I actually loathe it. I hate it.
Yeah.
You're allowed to decorate the first day of December
Yeah.
or right after Thanksgiving. That's okay with me. But as far as I'm concerned, November's Thanksgiving time. I'm not
Yeah.
saying you have to decorate for it, but it's Thanksgiving time. It's like
Acknowledge
that
it.
in between,
Yeah.
right? Like it's that transition point.
Right.
I will say, though, my family is weird about Christmas stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Since my whole family got into skiing and snowboarding, so since for like the last 12-ish years, 10, 12 years, Christmas decorations go up like second week of December, first week of December, and they stay up until the last day of skiing.
Okay.
So our Christmas decorations don't actually come down until like spring break, like the week after spring break.
So this is almost of a
It's more so
winter decorations.
More so of a winter decoration, the way we interpret it, because we also don't go all out. Like, it's really minimal. Like, we have a couple like little trees that we put up, not even a big tree. We do a little forest of trees, put some lights on it, some ornaments that have been collected over forever, and then like advent calendars that have been collected from me and my sister's childhood get hung up, and that's pretty much it. Like, there's no outdoor decorations that go into it, so it's really concealed inside. So it's our own little like winter decoration stuff / Christmas decoration duo.
Right.
So we do things a little bit different. It stays up forever, which if somebody that didn't know that walked into the house, they'd think that my family's a bunch of psychopaths. Keeping up decorations into sometimes April.
Yeah.
Just, if you can ski, it's winter.
Yeah.
And this is our winter. This is our skiing stuff, dude. Like, this is part of the vibe here.
No, I respect that. That's your season, right?
Right. But like, I would love to be able to reasonably have Halloween stuff up for that long.
I just need Halloween to be longer.
I love Halloween, dude. But that's also part of the reason why I want to do like a Nightmare Before Christmas type vibe of like a Halloween Town type thing. Because then I can keep it up forever.
Right.
I can keep it up for like a quarter of the year. Easy. At least. Based on the logic I just proposed, I could keep it up October through April.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Based on the logic you said, you could have it up all year round.
Pretty much, dude. Christmas in July. If
you do it how you were saying with like the whole ski hill and everything, you might as well just add in something that correlates to every season of the year, and then it just has slight changes throughout the year.
Dude, that's what I'm... Yes.
Yeah.
Now we're talking. Now we're really talking. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I got you.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I do need to do that. That's gonna... I'm going to be the 80-year-old with some obnoxious model town thing that's constantly ever changing, and everybody like looks at it and is like, that's sick, and then wants to do it but doesn't want to spend the time doing it. Right. That's gonna be me.
Make it happen, dude. I feel like we have a lot of ideas on here, and I don't know how many of them have come to happen yet.
Dude, that honestly, the haunted house trick-or-treating idea might be one of the best.
We're gonna make a haunted house. I need to make that happen for next year. And I'm going to start on it early. I'm going to get a group of people together to plan it all together.
What are the liabilities behind a public haunted house? Like, what requirements do you need to meet?
That's a really good question. I'm willing to bet that most of the like backyard ones don't care.
Backyard ones
don't care,
But I
bet that there is definitely some stuff you need to be...
But, like, how cool would it be if somehow at some point, like, got a couple acres of land? It doesn't even need to be a lot. And instead of doing, like, a haunted house, like, I saw... There's a ski hill near here that's doing a haunted, like, haunted trail type thing. Yeah. So you walk through, it's the same type of vibe, right? But, like, if you could do, like, that's a cheap way to do something like that in a structured format, right? And you go through challenges that you have to do on this thing. Yeah. Pay for entry, whatever. That's really good profit in a short margin of time. Oh, yeah. And also, I think you get a lot of interaction from people. Mm-hmm. And you could make it, like, super legit. Just on, like, open land, do the thing. Put up some fences. Do some stuff. There's probably a lot of liability that comes with that, so that'd be a process.
We're gonna make something happen. Scale. Can always start small and get bigger.
Exactly. Small scale, that'd be a really fun concept.
We're gonna make it happen for sure.
We should. That's one of the most genius ideas we've ever had.
And you know what I pictured when you said the like challenges thing or whatever to make it through the haunted house? Yeah. I'm picturing like escape room vibes. Yes. Like a haunted escape room, basically. Yes.
And the reward for solving a puzzle is...
Like one Skittle.
One Skittle is crazy. But like we'll some candy, right? Like a small collection of candy. Yeah. Right? And you make it out, and then at the end, if you got X amount of points somehow on a point system, you get something. Or you get your name put into a drawing for something. I don't know. It's just a thought.
Yeah, that's cool. I think that would do really well.
I've had so many really good ideas while talking to people in the last like month. It's ridiculous.
Start writing this stuff down.
Jesus and I thought of a really good idea for like a TikTok short form video thing, where you make fake ads and take the names of the companies very literally.
Oh, okay. I see
so
what
like
you're saying.
Walmart, like platform 9 3/4 type vibe. Like somebody runs into the wall and then comes into like a little mart that's like super squished in the wall.
That's great.
Right? Stuff like that. Like, and it's like that'd be really fun, like 10-second short form videos.
I like it. You guys should do that. I think that would do really well.
We said the same thing. Yeah. We were talking about it for like an hour and a half. and
we
it
gotta
would
stop
crush.
saying all these ideas on the podcast. We're gonna steal them.
Nobody listens. Nobody will steal them. The only people that listen are people that we know, plus a couple extras.
Hey, we got 130 something responses on the TikTok.
The only thing is we don't post these parts on the TikTok.
Yeah, they can funnel their ways over to here, but
I'll pull that risk.
people on TikTok don't have long enough attention spans to make it 40 minutes into a podcast episode.
Not at all.
That's why we save these good ideas for this portion of the episode.
Exactly. You want money making ideas that somebody's too lazy to actually carry out? Just wait till a minute 50.
You got to be
on the
committed.
Staying in Two podcast.
Yeah. Speaking of people listening, do we have any feedback to go over?
Outside of the poll that we put on the things that we already talked about.
All the feedback outside of Spotify is just poll related, so.
Right. There's a couple comments. Where'd it go? I just had it up. Here it is. All right. Jude. This might be Eli's first draft win. Unfortunately, it's not. Personally, I normally don't heat up the apple cider just since I would see it in the fridge when I want something. Yep, that's exactly why I don't heat up apple cider usually. I just see it, I want it, I don't want to deal with the hassle.
I can understand that standpoint too. Like, that makes sense to me.
It's just ease of access type thing. And then Newton said, gang, is it bad that I've never drank apple cider? You should.
You definitely should if you haven't yet.
I don't know if I'd say it's a bad thing because I think there's a lot of people that haven't.
I think a lot of people too, and I almost feel this way in the poll too. I think a lot of people confuse it with apple juice, which are very different things.
Yeah,
they
you
really
can't
are.
have warm apple juice. It don't work like that.
Yeah.
I thought you guys meant maple syrup for the longest time, and I was like,
yeah, that's wild.
What the heck is wrong with them? Who just drinks maple syrup, hot or cold? What? Yeah, that's crazy. Drinking maple syrup is such a funny image, by the way.
I think Elf does that.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He does. Both of your drafts were good. I agree with all of those. Fall is my favorite time of the year. Yeah, big time. If I didn't ski and snowboard so much, I would agree. Those are the only reasons.
Yeah, I think fall's my favorite time of the year too.
Yeah, dude.
I like season.
Fall's it's an awesome season. The temperature's perfect. It's beautiful outside. Everything. Eli, you should be Doctor Who for Halloween. That would be funny. I should have.
You still have a day.
That's not happening.
Oh, I guess you can't. That's right.
Did I say that I wanted a Doctor Who screwdriver?
Yeah, the sonic screwdriver.
I
We
said
talked
that on the
about
podcast,
that. Yep.
right? Because I want to teach with it.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, I love Doctor Who so much. I should be Doctor Who for Halloween. I need to pick a doctor though. There's so many.
Oh yeah.
Also, suggestion for an episode: nostalgic cartoons / foods. I like that idea. We did nostalgic food a little bit. Like I did the blind rank for you on it, where I gave you some nostalgic food.
Yeah. I remember that.
But that would be a really good idea,
Yeah.
just for like a generic conversation. Actually, we should bring that up. I feel like that would be interesting. Y'all better put Total Drama on there. Oh my gosh, Total Drama. I know this person. They're obsessed with Total Drama. They know that they was gonna mention it. I'll mention it quickly. You ever watch Total Drama?
No.
I did. This person's obsessed with Alec from Total Drama.
Okay.
You probably don't know who that is. I watched Total Drama. I'm gonna break your heart, Newton. But I didn't. It was not one of my highlights as far as nostalgia is concerned for cartoons.
Total Drama. I haven't even heard of this. Hold up.
You'll recognize the characters once you see them. The concept of the show. Unfortunately, Newton, I'm sorry. You're going to hate me for it, but it's a pretty mid concept for a show, in my opinion.
This is definitely a time period that I would have been able to see it. Here's my problem.
Do you recognize it at all or no?
It looks familiar. So what network was this on?
I believe Cartoon.
See, this is why. I was a PBS Kids kid.
Ew! What?
So
all right, I guess we're talking about it.
That's where we were at.
I thought we were going to wrap up.
No, I think we should save that for the next
one.
No,
sorry, we
cannot. That's the cliffhanger right there.
I don't think I can stop this podcast on the fact that you were a PBS kid.
That's the cliffhanger right there. We'll bring it up on the next. That's it.
I'm going to actually be prepared for this next podcast.
That's it.
PBS Kid is crazy. And with that being said, that's it for this episode. Please vote for who won the draft today. And, I need to brace myself for this PBS Kid conversation. Dude, that's wild. All right. I don't have anything else to add. My energy just spiked, though. You've really upset me by leaving this here.
Giving everybody a cliffhanger for next episode. You're welcome.
Dang it. Okay, fine. That's it. Have a good week. Hopefully we'll be back next week. We won't miss another. See you guys.
Have a good one.
Aw.